welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieved this look. And this Halloween design was inspired by a set I did before, and some of you guys may be familiar. I did it a couple years ago and on the same client, and she had one hand a blood splatter and the other hand had like a it theme with spider and some Beetlejuice-esque stripes. It's when her nails were super long and curvy. So scroll back if you want to see that set. But it kind of, you know, humbly was a little popular out there. So I am using the Cutie Patootie bit from Elegance, and I've really been loving this bit. I like it to kind of push back the eponychium and get like the big debris, the major things that are going on. Her nails, her previous set was on, this is the Skinny Mini or Itty Bitty. They're such cute names, I can't remember. It's from Elegance as well. My client had on her previous set for I think like 8 weeks, 7, 8, 9 weeks, maybe it was 9 weeks. Gosh, I am not sure. She had them on a long time, so we soaked them off. They did really well. We used Gel X in the previous set. This is their set. It has like 5 different nude/pink colors in the set, so I'm just sizing them up with her nail bed right now, making sure they fit. And I'm using my Elegance's Air Bond. It's a air dry bonder. It activates and cures with the moisture in the air around, and then after I apply that I use Elegance Tack. And I'm using an Extend Gel from Apres Gel X. It's part of their system. No, I did not use their dehydrator and primer. I really like the way that I've used these items with the Gel X system in the past. I know some people will be against that, but they've successfully worked and I've had great results with it. So I am using, of course, like I mentioned, the Extend Gel, and I applied that air bond, let it air dry, and then I applied Elegance Tack and cured that in the LED light. And then I am applying the Extend Gel, just a base layer on the natural nail. And if you are familiar with the Apres Gel X system, this is the part of the process in which they recommend. And especially if you're using, they have natural shape tips. Well, they're not tips, they're the full cover nail tips. They have natural shaped and more C-curve shaped nails, and sometimes you can make the C-curve shaped ones work, but that would be if you built up a higher like down the middle of the client's or your own natural nails, if you kind of filled in that space with that Extend Gel at first. So just a little side tip. And then I'm filing the thumbs. I need to just kind of regather the shape for that. And then I'm using the Gel X Prep, and I absolutely love that I got this. They were sold out for a while and I finally got it. When you did Gel X before, you used to have to buff the inside of the tip for great adhesion. And with the Gel X Prep, you don't have to do that step. It makes it less dusty and just overall quicker. So I'm taking that nail. I applied some on the tip. I applied it a good guess of what I thought the length of her natural nail was. I didn't want to cut her natural nails off because if you're familiar with this client, she used to have very, very long, beautiful, curvy nails. We want to try to grow them back. But she's been loving the Gel X as well. And she's like, I don't know, maybe I won't grow them back. And I'm like, girl. But she went so long between her last appointment and now. You'll see in the background some of her nails are back at square one. Like I said, that set did last really well, especially given the time. She was very, very, very rough on her hands. So sometimes I feel, a lot of clients I feel in their Gel X sets Really don't have a problem with that. But these were so old. She had hit and lifted a couple of them. And but she really appreciated them because Gel X is a bit more flexible than traditional enhancements, so they'll bend before they break, which doesn't sound good, but if you experience it, you'll actually love it, especially if you are rough on your hands, you're doing a lot, and you hit them. So I'm just applying these tips as close to the natural, not to the natural nail, to the eponychium as possible without touching. You see I had some seep out, and I just didn't feel like it was enough product. So I clean that up, apply some more, start at a 45-degree angle and push down. And then I go in and flash cure with the LED light. And then I put her hand in the light to fully cure. You see there's excess at the bottom that I could have went under. I could have went under and smoothed it out, cleaned it out, maybe use a little less product and modify. This is an actual paying client, guys. And she, for some reason, I'm giggling because she was like, can you make it where that little extra seeps out at the bottom? She liked it. I don't know. It can be uncomfortable. It doesn't really hurt anything per se. I would just ensure that you wipe the tack layer off just because you don't want overexposure or anything like that. If it touches the skin, I'm not trying to touch the skin. She just wanted a little extra seepage down there. So we did it. I did it, and see what it hurt. She wanted it. I did it. It didn't mess with the design too much anyways. So boom, there. So I was using the Buffy bit and I kind of lifted that dry skin up, and then I'm going in and clipping the dead skin only with my cuticle nippers. Just the dead skin. We're not doing that crazy. Like I always say, we can debate it down below how much you feel like you can cut off. Where I am licensed at, we are able to cut off a dry and dead skin, and that is all I'm clipping off. And once I do this, I go back in with a Buffy bit again to just smooth out any issues, any roughness, because we're using a straight cuticle nipper on a rounded surface, which equals inconsistency. So I go back in and buff. I'm not sure if I caught that footage or not, but just to let you know, that's what we did. So I am going in, and really what all this is about, the filing and shaping here, well, we're mostly filing, not shaping. I did shape her pinky into a stiletto, but it's just about tapering. As you can see, boom, that cuticle area is what we're looking for. A nice, flush, beautiful cuticle area. That's going to keep these nails from looking like press-on nails. So now I'm taking a latex product. This is supposed to... You apply it on your natural skin. First and foremost, make sure that you or your client aren't allergic to latex. I made sure I asked her ahead of time. I should have applied this product further up her finger, or I should have given her gloves, cut off the tip, and still applied this product. Hindsight is just 2020. So do better than me. If you have a product like this, it's one of those... You guys seen this. It's one of those latex finger protectors, nail art finger protectors. And yeah, I should have applied it like up to her knuckle. Or like I said, put her on a glove, because this helps, but it doesn't do much when we get down to that point. I did this first so this could air dry. In all honesty, I took way more time. On the other hand, this was dry for a very long time before I actually got to it. So I could have actually waited. So I decided, because the blood splatter hand was going to be the messiest hand, I wanted to do that last. So I'm going in with a Gel X, that prep. And you can use it to kind of prepare the surface of the nail. They used to tell you like you can't, to go in with acetone and just quickly wipe the surface, because it kind of melts it, leaves a texture on it. That way you can ensure that you have great adhesion with, your top coat, your gel polish, or whatever you're going to do next. So I'm using Fries before, guys. It's a Madam Glam color. And in the description bar down below, you'll find a link to shop at Madam Glam's website. And you can use discount code Tabitha when you shop. If they have a sale that's better than the discount code that I can provide for you, if you still want to support me, you can use that link, and if you still shop through that link, I'll still get my little commission. Little money is from that, even if you don't literally use the code. Same goes with Daily Charm as well. If you guys want to support me in any way, I'm appreciative. You don't have to. Of course you don't have to, duh. Am I going to monitor you and show up at night and be like, you didn't use my code? That's not going to happen. But anyways, so I applied that color. I went in and applied matte top coat. And I'm just showing you guys some of the other Matte and Glam colors I'm going to be using. Perfect Blue, Perfect Red, Perfect Green. They're really, really important colors to have in your collection just for different nail art japes and things that you might get yourself into. But I'm not using those. I'm just showing you. I applied my matte top coat on all the nails I needed to do to draw with the pencil. So I'm using a charcoal pencil to sketch out where my letters are and to get the lettering how she wanted them. She had a reference pic that she got from someone else. I don't know who, and I apologize. But I am just, and you see I'm flipping her hand the other way. You guys know I said I do a lot of, can I talk? I do a lot of nail art with the hand flipped in the way I showed you, with her palms facing up and her fingertips facing the ceiling. You see what it was. Just to make sure things are straight and balanced, and sometimes that allows me to get to certain angles on the nail that I can't get when her hand is facing this way, as you see right now. So I sketched out how I wanted the letters and where I wanted them to be, and make sure I had them spaced out appropriately, and make sure, because we wanted, when her hand was flipped towards her clothes, like you're making a fist almost in a way, to make sure the nails matched up and it fully said wanna play. So although they don't match up when her hand is sitting how it is now, it will when, like I said, her hands are in that position. So we're just sketching this out and doing little stitches. It was actually really easy to do this. The background, like I said, was painted with a matte top coat. You can use Daily Charms. I believe it's called Velvet. I don't think it's Velveteen. Their Velvet top coat. I have a discount code for Daily Charm. Always Tabitha and the number 10. Link in the description bar below to Daily Charm's website. And you can use that. She wanted the background to be matte, so boom, I didn't have to do anything there. It was already matte. Then she wanted the letter shiny, so I just used top coat and traced right back over what I did. So now on this finger is going to be our little knife on her stiletto, and I'm trying best to get the silhouette to look like a knife without having to misshape the nail and make it realistic. So I sketched that out, and I'm using Mirror Chrome from Wildflowers Nails and just a little sponge eyeshadow applicator that you can get from Amazon, nothing special. And I'm just burnishing in to the nail because we wanted it to be like a very chrome situation, look like a knife. Now, I went ahead, this was a really tricky thing to do. It's because I really had to think about which way to do this. So I went ahead and top coated just the knife part. Boom. And then I went in and applied a matte top coat to the handle, which I drew off screen. As not always, but in this scenarios, I am really working on a paying client, and there's times where I don't catch certain things, or it's not in, frame, or it's blurry like it is now, and I'm just trying to get the best footage for you, because first and foremost, I'm concerned and worried about my client, making sure I'm not adding extra time, inconveniencing them, blah, blah, blah. So, excuse me for not trying everything. And I'm just showing you guys, I have an airbrush machine I've been having for a while, and I was going to use it. I haven't used it in a while, and airbrush machines can be really finicky, and they can sputter and splatter, and mine just was working too good. Like, I wanted it to splatter for the blood splats. Anyways, so I went ahead and did 2 dots for like the screws, the gravity, whatever you call them. I'm just gonna make up a word. Are they called gravity? Anyways, let me not sound stupid in front of people. for the little screw little things in the handle. So you see I put the dots of my chrome top coat, and you can also, that's something that you can get from Daily Charm under their charm gels, I believe, on the website. It's their chrome top coat. Put 2 dots, burnish the chrome over it, and then I top coated over those dots, and then I wiped off the excess, and boom. Then I'm adding a little bit of that perfect red on the tip, as you can see, for blood drops, and then I'm top coating just those individual blood splatter drops just to make them more 3D and look like it's sitting on there. And I didn't mention, for the the nails with the lettering, you want to make sure that after you do the lettering with the pencil, you trace over it with whatever color. For this set, we did it with that perfect red. Went ahead and cured it, and then before you top coat or anything after that, go ahead and wipe the nail off with a lint-free wipe and acetone to make sure you wipe off that graphite or that charcoal pencil that you use. You don't want to top coat that on. You don't want to. So please don't forget that step. But it's only after you get your lettering drawn on, you cure it, take it out, get acetone or alcohol or a mix of both, some type of cleanser, cleanse the nail off, and then you can proceed. So for this design, I kind of messed it up. I was trying to cheat the system and draw a line straight through, and then you go in and erase them, and then I realized that was going to be more difficult and tedious than I thought. So this is very self-explanatory. I kind of wanted to mimic the shirt, so I literally Googled how his shirt looked. Got it as similar as possible. It's like a red, blue. There's a little bit of pink on the side because he has a little bit of pink. I applied it off screen. I drew the overall situation, just a thin layer, and then easily used the dotter tool to make the red little buttons. And I'm using a little white mixed with light blue, and I made the pocket. So for this, I sketched this out with the same as I did the wanna play part. I did it with, I think I did that with graphite too, maybe pencil. I mean, pencil is graphite, maybe charcoal, can't recall. But I used the swirly brush from Elegance, and it really allowed me to make those letters so much easier. I usually have problems with O's and G's and C's and anything curvy, but that went well. Then I just added some extra blood splatters and everything. So I used that Gelix prep to prep these nails to make sure I have a good surface that's not too smooth to hold on to our gel polish. This, what I'm using is matte top coat because she wanted the background to be matte and the blood to be splattery. I mean splattery, dud splattery, to be shiny. So this was an adventure. I mixed perfect red with this other color, deeper red, a little bit of acetone alcohol, try to get a perfect consistency, because sometimes you see I wiped it off a few seconds ago on her pinky because it got too sheer and it was looking a little more pink toned, and I didn't want that, so I had to remix it. And I'm using this Kolinsky brush that's just old, and I'm splattering, as you can see. Then I'm touching it, I'm moving it. I take a fine brush, you can see I'm slicing through it and adding you guys watch Dexter, you need the string looking, the skinny splats, when you take the machete and you swing it back and swing it forward, the lines you get. Anyways, so I'm peeling off that latex. I went on too long about that. I'm peeling off that latex, and you see I did not put enough. And her nails are still wet. Please do not cure your hands with the gel. Also, you want to protect them because we don't want overexposure. We want to get that off ASAP. Like I said, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, did it differently. Be better than me. So I cleanse it off with cleanser. As soon as I get it clean, I go ahead and flash cure because I don't want to mess up my design and have to redo it. So I'm going one finger at a time. Once I top Once I cure them, get them all clean, I top coat just the blood splatters with shiny top coat. And this is our final look, you guys. I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and thumbs up. I don't even know what you can leave in the comments, like a little knife down below, a little knife emoji. And I really want to thank you guys for watching. Bye.